How are you doing? This is Best O.V.Gilberto. As usual, I greet you and I always keep welcoming you and thanking you for always being tuned all the time and watching all the videos every week and every day. Yeah, so today I've come with a new topic, and this topic is about a very important kind of chords or chord which is used in very many genres in music actually. So this chord is called a power chord. Power chord is a very common kind of chord which you can find in rock music, mostly rock music I would say, mostly, but you can use it anywhere else, depends on your creativity and your ability on the instrument. Now as for bass, you would wonder what's the importance of power chords. We're going to look into that. So before we go into more details, if it's your first time to be on this channel, please make sure you give it a thumbs up at the end of the lesson, or before even you can subscribe and like and comment. All those good things, you always do it every day. So if you're ready to study, pick up your bass and we get started. And so power chords simply means two notes, playing two notes at a time. For example, if I'm in the key of C, the 5 of C is a G. So G, C and G on top makes a power chord. And this is root and fifth. You know, generally in the music making that the concept of root and fifth is a very powerful tool, especially in making music generally and bass playing. If you don't know root and fifth, you can't really play a lot of bass line. It's based on root and fifth. Jazz, pop, CCM, gospel, all that. It's based on root and fifth. So you must be very much knowing about this. And so this is root and 5. And that's all. If I'm in F and C. If I'm in G and D. You know, that's all root and fifth. So but if for picking, if I'm in C, for example, C power chord, this is C, you can pick index and middle finger. Index and middle finger. Index and middle finger, you know. Some people, they pick differently. Some people pick thumb and the index, you know. Some people pick thumb and the index. You can look at this. The some people. So what I would say is that picking doesn't really matter. People have different, teaching about this. Anybody, I think it's all about your fingers. Your fingers is what limits you. So if your fingers are really good, then if you feel comfortable the way you pick, do it that way. You might be picking with even the, you know, the pinky. You never know, but it depends on you. Well, we know, and there are people, we know there are methods which are always put across the networks, across the books, but that's the most. And some people, they do this. Some people, they hit over it with this kind of fingers. sometimes use my thumb finger. So I use what I'm comfortable with, you know, it doesn't really matter a lot, but knowing the issues that power chord means root and fifth. That's the whole thing you have to know. And now, something you have to know is that when I play the major scale, it sounds so friendly, but if I play a minor, very sad. But power chord, because the interval is from root to the fifth, the interval is a little bit far, so that's why we really appreciate the power chord. It's just powerful, like its name says. Power chord means powerful. It's powerful, you know. Power chord is powerful. It's not very, I would say, it's not very beautiful, not very friendly, not sad, you know, wherever you play it. Power chord, you know. So generally, get to know about that we mean by power chord, what we mean by power chord. And then finally, before everything finally, you have to ask me, so where do we use power chord, you know? Power chord, we use it probably where we have issues like, I would say, at the end of the phrase, you know, you're playing a song. Last end, the last phrase, everybody. Like I've shown you, and you can also use it as an intro. Look at great guys. There are two men I'm going to mention to you today. People who are using power chord excellently. Billy Shearer, I hope my pronunciation is right. Billy Shearer, the rock guitarist, the rock bass guitarist, super tough on bass when it comes to rock, and his runs are more of power chords is a best example I'll give you. Look at Billy Shearer, and then look for a song by Stanley Clarke. This song is called School Days. School Days, that's what I was trying to play for you. Background is the song called School Days by Stanley Clarke. That's where you hear something like that. But that's another example. You can look at men who are using power chord, you know. You can develop as many exercises as you can, you know.